barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. I want my voice and my face to be seen in this video. I'm charging the car, so I'm getting all these videos in now while I can, but I got to come back and charge my car. So anyways, join the Patreon. I said all that to say that. Steve Kim, I got some screenshots of his tweet. I'm not on Twitter, so if you guys ever want to send me stuff from Twitter, don't ever hesitate, because I don't know to go to Twitter. You understand what I'm saying? So please send me screenshots, DM, email, whatever you want. But Steve Kim, I'm going to paraphrase his tweet. He says, Claressa Shields basically is a terrible fighter. She's wild, unorthodox, not disciplined, basically fights worse than Deontay Wilder. But then again, that would be giving Deontay Wilder a compliment. And two, he says she's a worse interview. She's a terrible personality or something like that. I want to say, before I get into Steve Kim, I want to say this. Claressa Shields, I know you are I believe you are a free agent. Go on over to Al Heyman and get treated with dignity and respect. I don't know how your relationship went when you were in Showtime, but I know you went from Showtime to The Zone, and you just fought on HBO, and so I would assume you're a free agent. But that Hammer fight, go back to Showtime. I don't know how they treated you, but you know, you definitely deserve better. Two, I want to say this to all fighters. All fighters. Pick a media outlet and trust them. It doesn't have to be me. I'm not doing this to be me. And beyond that, let's take it another level up. Black fighters, Mexican fighters. Go to your own people you trust and give your information to. You know, we always want to go to the biggest media outlet. See, you guys got to understand, everything in media is connected. I give an example. The last video I had that went viral is a Deontay Wilder video 2 days after the fight. You know how many videos and articles that was made from that video? The exclusivity of the information that you give to a media outlet will nestle and bustle and go everywhere, along with you tweeting it and posting it and telling people where to go for the full interview. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, Steve Kim should not be interviewing us. This is like the 15th time. He doesn't like Al Heyman. He was very disrespectful to Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather. And no matter how you feel about them, but the texture of his words, how he puts words together, his intent, the malice of his thought process, you understand, is just, it is grossly beyond human etiquette. You know, and he is by far, character-wise, one of the worst guys. One of the worst guys. And listen. I've already challenged Steve Kim to sparring or whatever, but it's not even about that anymore. He's a man, I'm a man. So he's going to stand his ground. I'm going to stand his ground. We're never going to have a civil conversation. We're never going to agree on it. We're going to agree that we don't like each other. And boxing fighters, boxing trainers need to understand, he has no value. He has no place in boxing. And Malcolm X said something, the most vulnerable people in our society is the black woman. Now, I didn't procreate with a black woman. I understand that. My mom is black. My sister is black. My sister is black, excuse me. So from that vantage point, I have every right to stand. But I know, like, these pro-right guys may think that. But outside of all that, what he said and how he said it and the energy that was said is disgusting, is despicable. Claressa Shields, I'm going to tell you this, as I tell all black fighters, in order to be a great person in America, you must first be a great black woman, or you must be a great black man. You need to, I'm always going to protect you, no matter how you, no matter what you do, how you say. I remember Oh, let me finish this first. Claressa Shields, you start doing interviews, like in terms of, you don't necessarily have to call me, but people who align themselves with you to do interviews, because we want to put a cocoon around you. You are the only one in boxing. You are the only person in the history of American boxing that has accomplished what you've accomplished. I'm proud to say I've interviewed you. I'm proud to say I've covered one of your fights, you know. You're a special talent. Your mind, I said this in the video Sunday, your brain is special. You have a special brain. And I think you can go as high as a Nobel Peace Prize. You guys think but I understand, I know how to get a Nobel Peace Prize. I'm so far from it now, but I think she can put herself in a place where she can possibly win a Nobel Peace Prize. And I say that realistically, not fictitiously or to be her friend. Or I think honestly, she's one of the few people in boxing that has a chance to win a Nobel Peace Prize. And she's going to be a great ambassador. She's going to be at what I think about her and her backstory and what she's accomplished. She's going to be a great ambassador and inspire a lot of women, not just black women. She's going to inspire women. And guys like Steve Kim should not be able to put his hands on her. It's just what I believe. And what I mean by hands, I mean his verbal onslaught, his verbal spewing of hatred. Like, Steve Kim is not a happy man. He's a very, in my humble opinion, I think he's a very lonely man. I think he's been searching for approval in boxing for a long, long time and has failed at it for such a long time. And he finally has some sense of satisfaction because he works for ESPN now. And but everything he's touched has failed for the most part. It's been ongoing. You understand? He's never been stable. He's never been. We've been following Steve Kim, what, for 15 years, 20 years now? I don't know how long he's been in boxing, but I've been in for 10 years, you know? And, you know, so at the end of the day, Claressa, we love you. We're going to always root for you. And, but just understand this. And I need all black fighters to understand this. I need all Mexican fighters to understand this. Go support your own with your media, with your information. Go support the people who support you. Stop going to somebody because you think they got 1 million views. And listen, it doesn't matter who you give the information to in today's age. Be proud to give it to somebody. All right, because at the end of the day, ain't nothing like feeding the enemy. Ain't nothing like feeding the enemy, man. You're just making him bigger and bigger and stronger and faster and more powerful. And that's something we don't want to do. I don't like this man. It's very obvious. I think that what he does and says is, I've never attacked a man. The only person, I take that back. Anthony Joshua is the only man I've ever really thought that was afraid in boxing. But I've never laughed at a man for getting into a motorcycle accident. Steve Kim. I've never said dumb black. Agreed with Doug Fisher when he said the demographic is young, dumb, black Floyd Mayweather fans, and he's repeated that in front of another black man and in front of a white man. You know, it's just, you know, some things are stranger than fiction. And some people you wish would go away. He's one of these few guys that I wish would go away. The whole boxing community, honestly, 70% of the boxing community does not like this man. I'm being real. People at Golden Boy does not like this man. I'm telling you. I mean, he is just one of the nastiest, spews hatred, thinks he's right all the time. He swears he knows everybody. No one respects this man. Very few men respect this man. And I'm speaking from personal comments, and I haven't spoken to everybody. Obviously, people know how I feel about him, so they're going to come so they're gonna come feel like an ally. So maybe I stand corrected. But I don't like him, and I don't like how I don't like his vernacular. I don't like his lens as it relates to minority athletes. I don't. I really, really don't. You know, so he won't last long at ESPN. He's not going to last long because we're going to get on him. Actually, here's what I want us to do. Here's what I want us to do. If you have Twitter, if you have Instagram, tag ESPN and tell them how terrible Steve Kim is for the sport of boxing. That's what we gonna do. Tag Steve Kim, tag ESPN, whoever his boss is, I don't know, tag Dan Raphael, and let everybody know that he is terrible for boxing. It's no way he should be talking like that about Claressa Shields. Just no. Man, come on. Anyways, man, barbershop conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Let's see, I got a few more miles to this till my car gets done charging, so maybe I'll talk about Steve Kim a little more. No, but anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to join the Patreon. Claressa Shields. I'm gonna say this as humbly as I can. It doesn't have to be me, but start aligning yourself with people who protect you, who cares about your image, who cares about your story, who cares about the crown that you wear. I repeat, align yourself with the people who cares about the crown that you wear and the value that you have. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.